These are 5 trade targets heading into week 8 for fantasy football. Number 1, Breece Hall. He's dealing with an injury, but head coach Aaron Glenn said he should be fine entering week 8. The biggest argument I can make for trading for Breece Hall is that he could be traded by the NFL trade deadline. In fact, I think it would be dumb for the Jets not to trade him because he's an unrestricted free agent in 2026. So if they don't plan on extending him, they should definitely trade him. This is a team that needs assets for the future. He's number 1 in explosive run rate, according to fantasy points data, minimum 25 attempts. He's number 9 in missed tackles forced. He's number 14 in missed tackles forced per attempt. And he's averaging 16.9 touches per game. And there's a lot of teams out there that could use a running back. I'm looking at you, Los Angeles Chargers. Let's talk Jalen Warren. He ranks number 7 amongst qualified running backs, minimum 25 attempts in missed tackles forced. He's number 2 amongst running backs in missed tackles forced per attempt. He's number 7 in yards after contact per attempt. He's number 13 in expected fantasy points per game. That's right behind James Cook and Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's averaging 17.4 touches per game. He's getting bell cow usage in this offense, and I think Jalen Warren is flying under the radar. Let's talk Zay Flowers. Lamar Jackson is going to be back soon, maybe even this week, and this defense is bad. Also, the Ravens' schedule coming up is pretty easy versus the Bears, Dolphins, Vikings, at Browns, versus Jets, versus Bengals, versus Steelers, and at the Bengals again. This is going to be good for a team offensively that is going to have to keep pace because their defense is so bad. And Zay Flowers should be one of those players that benefit. Zay Flowers is also number 11 in first read and design target share at 32.4%. He's number 22 in yards per route run, and he's number 2 in missed tackles forced amongst qualified wide receivers, minimum 50 routes run per fantasy points data. Rome Odunze is up next. He's coming off back-to-back games where he scored just a little bit over 5 fantasy points per game. And if there's anybody frustrated over his performance over the last 2 weeks, you should definitely capitalize. Odunze ranks number 20 amongst all pass catchers in first read and design target percentage at 27.4%. He's number 18 in expected fantasy points per game amongst all pass catchers, which isn't bad. And he has 2 very nice matchups coming up where he should rebound, at the Ravens this week and at the Bengals next week. Chris Olave. Chris Olave has been under the radar solid throughout the whole season. He's number 9 amongst all pass catchers in first read and design target share percentage at 33.3%. He's number 3 in expected fantasy points per game amongst all pass catchers. And his playoff schedule, if you're a team that is playoff bound, his playoff schedule is really juicy versus Carolina, versus New York Jets, and week 17, the fantasy championship at Tennessee Titans.